Tonight's July 13th. We have a double header. We're going to start with the village board meeting and then follow it up with the committee of the whole. So would you please all stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Okay, we have Janet pinch hitting for Charlene this evening. Is that right?
Mayor, yes.
We're wishing Charlene the best. She's recovering well, we heard so far. So, Janet, do you want to take roll for us, please?
Absolutely. Trustee Shaughnessy, absent. Trustee Snagowski.
Here.
Trustee Stapleton. Here. Trustee Forsley.
Here.
Trustee Kittredge. Here. Trustee McClafferty.
Here.
Okay, great. Next up, we have our consent agenda. Our consent agenda consists of several items, so I'll read through them here. First of all, we have the approval of minutes from the village board meeting, June 8th, as well as the committee of the whole, I should say, on June 15th. We have approval of disbursements June 9th through June 22nd. We have, as well as disbursements June 23rd through July 13th. Next up, we have an ordinance O-33-26 amending the fiscal year 2025-26 annual operating budget. This is referred to as Budget Amendment Number 3. We have an ordinance O-34-26 amending the fiscal year 2026-2027 annual operating budget. This is Amendment Number 1. Also, we have a resolution R-52-26 authorizing a loan from the general fund to the Maine and Mealy TIF fund. In addition, we have a resolution R-53-26 amending resolution R-07-25 for professional services agreement between H.W. Lochner Incorporated and the Village of Illinois for engineering services for the Lamont Stephen Holmes intersection improvement project. We also have a resolution, I should say, R-54-26 authorizing the purchase of police vehicles. We have a resolution R-55-26 approving a plat easement for lot 14 and 15 on Rolling Meadows Phase 4. We have a resolution R-56-26 approving a final plat of consolidation for 225 Canal Street in Lamont, Illinois. I need a motion, I should say, to approve the consent agenda, please.
So moved. Second.
Okay, have a motion by Trustee Forsley, seconded by Trustee McClafferty. Any questions or comments regarding the consent agenda? I know we talked about several of these in our committee of the whole. Okay, roll call, please.
Trustee Shaughnessy, absent. Trustee Snagowski.
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton.
Yes.
Trustee Forsley.
Yes.
Trustee Kittredge.
Yes.
Trustee McClafferty.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved. All right, next up, very exciting night for the mayor's mention. Before we started off, we are celebrating our 100th anniversary of Route 66. Believe it or not, right, Jason? It originally did go through Lamont, and
Sure did, yes.
and that's why we're celebrating it. I think it was just for a short while, but it went pretty much right here on Main Street. I'm sure you're going to tell us all about it, right here in front of Village Hall. So we have some special guests as well, but Jason, I'll let you drive it, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'd like to...
Joining us as well, we have former Mayor Rick Kwasniewski with us. Rick has some friends with him as well, as I believe. But go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, and Rick is here today on behalf of the Joliet Arsenal Development, or better known as JADA, who helped support a short film on the history of Route 66 that we'll see. Also with them is Quinn Adamski, who's on the board of the Illinois Scenic Byway, Illinois Route 66 Scenic Byway, as well as Landmark Illinois and others. And it was really these two gentlemen, Quinn and Rick, that uncovered Lamont's real connection to Route 66. I showed Rick sent a message to me and John Quinn, a local historian many of us know, and it was a mind-blown moment. It was the first time we could really prove that Lamont was on Route 66. The story of that is in 2024, Illinois had already paved the road to St. Louis, and when in 1926, US 66 was created, they used that pavement for the first 2 years. So that would leave Chicago, head down 79th Street to Archer, come down Archer, and enter Lamont around Sag Bridge, and then come right down Main Street. So indeed, for 2 years, Route 66 travelers would have went past Village Hall, would have went past Nick's Tavern. They would have hung a left at State Street and went up to Archer and then into Lockport. Eventually, the road was relocated to where it was at Joliet Road in Romeoville, and finally even further. So it's a really incredible opportunity to be part of this centennial and to recognize the many ways and the many routes that this historic route has had. And what the video will show is not only Lamont's connection, but the history of Greater Will County in this historic 100th anniversary. Rick, you got anything to add, or Quinn?
Yeah, so the Joliet Arsenal Development Authority, part of our mandate is to do tourism as well as development, which we developed the former Joliet Arsenal. So when this 100th anniversary came up, we collaborated with the Joliet Area Historical Museum, with Quinn and his group, and decided to go ahead and produce a video just on Route 66 for the Will County area, but we started in Lamont all the way down to Braidwood. What we're also doing is we're doing a road show, Route 66 road show, where we're going to do at least 2 in every community, where we're going to play a longer video that actually is about 40 minutes, and then have a Q&A with an expert on the history of Route 66, somebody on the actual arsenal to talk about that, because Route 66 actually split through the middle of the arsenal, and just answer questions and so forth. We did our first one at the Roxy Theater in Lockport, but we're going to do probably 2 of these road shows in every community, and I think, Jason, we've got one set up in August.
Last Sunday in August at the Historical Society.
Yeah, so we'll make sure we get that out to everyone, but we plan on doing at least a couple. So with that, I'm gonna play the video. We also have a $5,000 check for the Village of Lamont to promote Route 66 100th anniversary, which I think Linda's got it already planned on where it's gonna go for some of the activities that you guys are planning. So without further ado, we'll just play this short video, and then we're gonna bring Quinn up. He's gonna talk a little bit about the byway information, and then we'll take a quick picture and get out of your hair.
All right.
For 100 years, people have been getting their kicks on Route 66. This legendary highway, once stretching from Chicago to Los Angeles, still draws travelers from around the world, chasing the spirit of the American road trip. And nowhere is that story more alive than in Will County, home to the first 100 miles. Here, history isn't just remembered, it's still part of the journey. When Route 66 opened in 1926, America was roaring into the automobile age. Illinois was the first fully paved stretch in the country. Back then, Will County was a patchwork of farming towns like Manhattan. Route 66 carried new economic opportunities as it linked small towns to one another and to larger cities like Joliet. At the time, Joliet was the county's bustling hub. Route 66 wound down Chicago Street past the Joliet Library, a historic limestone building designed by renowned architect Daniel H. Burnham, and the impressive new Rialto Square Theater, opened in May of 1926 and still dazzling audiences today. The first alignment of the Mother Road passed through canal towns like Lamont and Lockport, communities built on the success of the Illinois and Michigan Canal. In Lamont, it passed in front of the Budnick Building, completed in 1927. Travelers might have pulled into Huster's garage for service or slipped into Tom's Place, a Prohibition-era tavern that's still owned by the same family. In Lockport, Route 66 ran along State Street, passing the historic Gaylord Building, once a canal warehouse. Built in 1838, it's now home to art, dining, and the I&M Canal Museum. Visitors can walk from the Gaylord Building through Lincoln's Landing along the canal to another historic landmark, the Norton Building, once a canal trade hub. It's now the Illinois State Museum, Lockport Gallery. Nearby, Heritage Village showcases restored Will County buildings, including a Simerton train depot. Lockport takes its name from the first lock on the I&M Canal, an engineering marvel still visible today. Farther south, in Chenahan, visitors can explore another preserved canal lock, walk trails, and stand at the meeting point of three rivers. In 1928, Route 66 shifted to run through Romeoville, bypassing Lockport and Lamont. The route now passed White Fence Farm, a 1920s horse farm stopover that became a Route 66 institution. The Hastert family has been running it since 1957, and today visitors still come for their fried chicken, antiques, and alpacas. Romeoville has been a part of the Route 66 legacy since 1939. Travelers came to Romeo Beach until it closed in 1973. But there's still plenty of history to see today. The Fitzpatrick House across from Lewis University, or the Beller Museum of Classic Cars, and Isle a la Cache Museum of Cultural and Natural History. Welco Corners, a well-known full-service truck stop for decades that even offered haircuts, marked a junction point in current-day Bolingbrook for the 1940s realignment that sent Route 66 through Plainfield. Many gas stations were built along this new route to accommodate the increased traffic, and Plainfield residents even rented rooms to travelers. Joliet was now on alternate Route 66. But today's road trip may call for a stop-off at the Route 66 Welcome Center inside the Joliet Area Historical Museum. Pit stops for food and fuel have always been part of the fun of a Route 66 road trip. Joliet is home to the oldest continuously operating gas station on the entire Mother Road, owned by the Lambert family. And in nearby Crest Hill, Merichka's has been family-owned and operated since 1933, and they're still serving good eats like their famous Poor Boy sandwich. World War II brought change to Will County. The U.S. Navy set up shipbuilding in Rockdale to support the war effort. And Route 66 expanded to 4 lanes through Elwood to support the transport of munitions coming from the Joliet Arsenal. Today, that land has been transformed into the Medewin National Tallgrass Prairie and the Abraham Lincoln National Cemetery, places of remembrance and renewal. After the war, prosperity brought the golden age of the family road trip. Songs like Get Your Kicks on Route 66 played on car radios, and businesses like gas stations, motels, and roadside eateries flourished. When Eisenhower signed the Interstate Highway Act in 1954, it paved the way for I-55 to eventually replace Route 66. But adventure seekers continued along the old route, and businesses like Dairy Delight transformed to attract them. In 1965, owners bought a 28-foot muffler man named the Gemini Giant, who still greets travelers passing through Wilmington today. In 1975, Old Chicago, the world's first indoor amusement park, opened in Bolingbrook, where I-55 intersected with I-53 or historic Route 66. Although Route 66 signs began disappearing and the road was decommissioned in Illinois in 1977, the public wouldn't let it die. In 1985, the Polka Dot Drive-In opened in Braidwood, celebrating Route 66's nostalgia with 1950s charm. Visitors can still drive in today for burgers, jukeboxes, and photo ops with Elvis, Marilyn, and the Blues Brothers, fittingly filmed up the road at the old Joliet Prison. Route 66 history in Illinois is preserved thanks to local efforts and the Route 66 Corridor Preservation Program, established by Congress in 1999. Today, towns along the Heritage Corridor are keeping the spirit of Route 66 alive. There's so much to explore throughout Will County. As Route 66 marks its centennial, rediscover the gems along the first 100 miles and experience the fun and nostalgia of the great American road trip once more.
All right.
I saw a lot of people nodding their heads as they watched that. I think I watched the Blues Brothers for like the 1,000th time last week, so glad to see that get a mention. I want to introduce Quinn Adamski. He's here on behalf of the Illinois Route 66 Scenic Byway, among the many other hats he probably wears. But go ahead, Quinn. Thanks, Jason.
Good evening. Thank you for having me. Quinn Adamowski with the Illinois Route 66 Scenic Byway. I chair the board. The Byway is a 501c3 organization that was formed in 2005. And its primary goal and mission is to promote Route 66 all across the corridor, which, depending on how you look at it, is either 303 miles or 426 miles if you include all the alignments. We're a membership-based organization, and we have over 90 community members right now. And so I want to thank you for becoming a member of the Byway organization. Obviously, this year is centennial, and it's a big year for the entire country. It's a big year for the state of Illinois. And so we're really excited to be leading the effort to celebrate the centennial all up and down the corridor. Just as an aside, I also live in Joliet. I chair the Joliet Area Historical Museum Board. So 66 has a very special place for me. And I will say that I've always thought that Lamont was cool, but the fact that you guys are also now officially a Route 66 community makes you even that much more cool. And so I do want to give a shout out to the executive director of the Joliet Area Historical Museum, Greg Pierbolt. Greg is the one that somehow mined that map from the Auto Club of Southern California. He just came across it, and we knew that Lamont and Lockport and going down Collins Street in Joliet, we knew it was on 66, but we never had any evidence. And when Greg found the evidence, we got really excited, and that's when I reached out to Rick, and we started having these conversations. And the mayor, we talked briefly in Springfield this past spring. You expressed your interest. And Jason, thank you so much for reaching out to Casey Claypool at the Byway to express interest in doing this. As members of the Byway this year, we did bring behind you, you'll see Illinois Route 66 Scenic Byway Centennial sign. There's two of those. Those are gateway signs. You're free to put those up anywhere you want for the Centennial to let everybody know that you're a Centennial community. We also brought a flag that informs everyone that you're a 66 community. And I did bring one of the historic brown signs so that you can have that. You will have to work with IDOT to put them up where you want, and you're always entitled to more than one. But I really look forward to the day that I'm driving down the main street in Lamont and I see that US 66 sign. I think it's going to be a great day. And I'm so excited that you guys have become members, and I'm excited to see how you leverage this for economic development in your community. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Quinn.
Hey, Quinn, I got a quick question. Is there a specific time frame that the celebration is going to occur, a specific week or day?
So the celebration is all year long, really. The kickoff for the Centennial was April 30th. And for the state of Illinois, that took place at the old Joliet Prison with a baseball game. April 30th is important because that is the day that the telegram went and they accepted Route 66, 66 as the number for the highway system at the time. November 11th is the actual Centennial birthday because that is the day that the route opened in 1926. And so on November 10th and 11th, there will be a celebration in Springfield led by the Byway, and all member communities, of course, will be invited to attend that. And so, yes, it's all year long, really.
Okay.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Glenn, thanks again. We really appreciate working with your organization and continuing to do so. And we're definitely going to continue the celebration on, so look forward to that.
I want to add just one more. She's sitting behind the scenes and didn't want to come and talk, but if it wasn't for Linda Molitor, this wouldn't happen, and her continuing to push me and cajole me to try to help Lamont find its way on Route 66. So I just want to make sure goes where credit is due, and thanks very much to the efforts of Linda Molitor. Everybody here deserves to give her some credit for this.
Awesome, thanks. Again, Linda, Jason, thank you, and Rick, thank you as well. We appreciate it.
We're gonna do the check, and then we've got the banner where I think Linda's gonna take a quick picture, so.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Who do you want in the picture? Should I bring the sign?
No, we're gonna
Just bring the banner.
banner, I guess. Like the banner. Oh, do you want the sign too? The little, oh, the brown sign?
Do you have extra banners?
I'll just take
Uh,
I got it.
we'll have to ask Quinn.
Okay.
Well, we have to get IDOT approval to put the sign up. Good luck with that.
Put it up and beg forgiveness.
I think around midnight sounds like a good time to put it up, Ralph.
Beg forgiveness. Just put it up.
Ralph?
Well, shoot that person.
Midnight sounds good to put it up.
Let the governor come and take
I got a spot.
Yeah. Put some kind of nebulous threat in there. Anybody touching the sign will be fined $25,000.
I hope. I hope not. Yeah, everyone.
That's it.
Brutal. Mm-mm. Not even close. First one, yes.
I can figure.
You? No.
You do?
Is it still messed up? Hope not. So we got to play. Good, how's Ann? Good, yeah. Was she?
Rick.
Nice.
Is that?
Is she?
Hey, Rick.
Thirty?
Put a sign up there. Put a sign up there, go right down Main Street.
That's great.
Thanks.
30. Yeah, how come she's getting, how come she's older and you're not?
I realized there's a dog over there.
I'm dying here. We got the,
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, continuing on with the mayor's mention, tomorrow we have the Lamont Farmers Market, which is every Tuesday again through September 29th. That's from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Village Green, located at 322 Main Street. It's hosted, as usual, by Astor Gardens. The market offers fresh produce, bakery items, treats, grab-to-go food from local vendors, and much more. Please check that out. The vendors do change weekly, so follow Lamont Farmers Market on Facebook and Instagram. Also, this week's cruise nights, or as I call them, the car shows, are on Wednesday. It will be every Wednesday. We took last Wednesday off, or I should say the one right before the 4th off. It features this week Chevy, Corvette, and Kids Night. Again, it's from 6 to 9 p.m. in downtown Lamont. Please be sure to stop by the Village Green and meet artist Rob Moriarty, who painted the Route 66 new bench that we have. It's located at the Village Green. Please check that out. Also, please check out regarding the weather. We've had some bad luck lately, but please check that out at Lamont Cruise Nights on the Facebook page. In addition, hosted by the Lamont Park District, this week's Sunset Soiree on Thursday, July 16th features Beyond the Blonde Band, which has hits from fierce female icons of pop and rock, I've been told. Seating opens at 6 p.m. on Stevens Street, and live music starts and ends from 7 to 10 p.m. So please, again, bring your chairs and enjoy the music and enjoy the atmosphere as well. We're right on Stevens Street, which again is, we close it down and you can enjoy the various vendors, bars, and shops as well. In addition, please visit the Lamont Park District Facebook page for any event cancellation and for more Sunset Soiree information. The full schedule and things to know can be also located at lamontdowntown.com, signatures event page. Next up, we have the Little Mountain Community Theater, which presents the musical Grease. That will be at Lamont High School. Performance dates are Friday, July 17th, Saturday, July 18th. Both of those are at 7 p.m. And then again on Sunday, July 19th. That show starts at 2 p.m. Tickets can be purchased in advance with reserved seating for $25 or at the door for $30. Please visit littlemountaintheater.org for more information to purchase tickets. Next up, please visit our Village website event calendar for event listings at lamontil.us. You can also visit the event calendar at lamontdowntown.com for many events and happenings at our local businesses. And also, if you've not done so, please sign up for our urgent and emergency notification system, referred to as Lamont Alerts. It's powered by Everbridge. This is our primary urgent and emergency notification system, and it is important that residents receive these alerts, especially in an emergency. Please visit lamontil.us/Lamont Alerts to sign up. So that is it for the mayor's mention. Next up, we have the clerk's report. Janet.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. An ordinance O35-26 granting special uses for a preliminary plan unit development, PUD, plan and utilities for Grand Prairie Water Commission water facilities on approximately 14.75 acres located at 12550 Bell Road in Lamont, Illinois.
Okay, need a motion, please.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Stapleton, seconded by trustee McClafferty. Jason, you want to take this? Yeah.
As you recall, at our last regular board meeting, we approved the intergovernmental agreement with the Grand Prairie Water Commission. We had also sent their plan unit development back to the Planning and Zoning Commission for reconsideration after they submitted revised landscaping and site lighting documents. At the PZC, they did vote to recommend approval of the revised submission by a vote of 6 to 0 to 1. So this preliminary PUD would permit the construction of an intermediate pumping station and elevated water tower storage on the facility. They did commit to lower the lighting and expanding the landscape screening along Bell Road and along the Sun Hills subdivision. Shortly after this, they would still need to come back to the village for a final plan unit development approval.
All right, thanks, Jason. I know we've spent many meetings, many of discussions on this, some emotional, some practical, some not so practical. But again, we wish the Grand Prairie Water Commission nothing but the best. Services 6 communities. Everyone needs water, and of course, Lamont is always here to collaborate. Again, not to rehash this, would we want these towers and infrastructure in our town? No, but of course, you know, it just so happens we're the halfway point, and you know, that's where we've had many discussions on this. You know, at the end of the day, we're always here to help, but at the end of the day, it could go where they want it to go because of, you know, basically the eminent domain of the state of Illinois. So we appreciate working with the commission. Again, I can remember meeting with Mayor Darcy, I think, probably the day he got, you know,
A couple years ago now.
right when he got elected. And I think that was a long time ago. I think that was about 4 or 5 years ago, if I was to guess. So bottom line is we've worked with our residents. Not only does it impact on where the towers are going in, but we have this tunnel going throughout our town, and that's where we're very particular and very sensitive to make sure it does not block up our utilities, our future growth, and again, we've been, you know, working with them, giving them our future developments, and we've been told everything's going to go as planned on time. I always take the over, nothing against your planning or anything, but it is what it is. So, but wish them nothing but the best. So don't know if anyone else has any other comments, or George, if you have anything to add.
Just that in the intergovernmental agreement, which we talked about, there's some language in there which protects the village on our infrastructure, and working with Mike and your attorneys and engineers, we hope it's a living document going forward where it could be amended, because things change over time with the growth of our village, and we hope we're working in good faith where it can be a living document where we could work together. And I trust that to be the case, correct, Mike, in working with their side.
I do too.
As things do change going forward, as we build out our community and working hand in hand with Grand Prairie Water Commission. We want to be good neighbors, and I trust that to be the case as well. So we appreciate it.
We've received that commitment both from the commission staff and also from their attorney.
Okay. And today's
Discussion, so
today's
I-
about zoning, though, I know, but
Yep. All right.
thank you.
All right. Any other? Go ahead, Ron.
I would hope that could show them every courtesy now and help them achieve the permits and everything they need, since it's been a long, hard haul here, but finally came to fruition.
Yep.
Yep.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Ron.
All right. Okay, with that being said, roll call, please.
Trustee Shaughnessy absent. Trustee Stagowski.
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton.
Yes.
Trustee Forsley. Trustee Kittredge. Trustee McClafferty.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Okay, ordinance O36-26, amending O325, and improving an amendment to the final planned unit development, PUD, for the club at 46 Ed Bossert Drive in Lamont, Illinois.
Okay, need a motion, please.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Kittredge, seconded by trustee Forsley. Jason?
Yes, we discussed this item at the last committee of the whole. If you recall, the proposed amendment approves outdoor dining, which is in a patio to the rear of the building or to the west of the building, as well as allow for additional signage. That signage is subject to approval by the Historic Preservation Commission through a certificate of appropriateness. Those are the only amendments at this time to the final PUD.
They did not get the certificate.
Yeah,
They were denied.
they'll be returning for the sign. They'll be returning for a sign that will, to be approved.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Jason. Any other questions, comments? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Shaughnessy is absent. Trustee Snagowski.
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton.
Yes.
Trustee Forsley. Trustee Kittredge. Trustee McClafferty.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Next, a resolution R-57-26 approving award of contract 2026 inflow and infiltration improvements.
Okay, need a motion, please.
So moved.
Okay, motion by trustee Kittredge, seconded by trustee Snagowski. Ralph?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this is our annual lining and inflow and infiltration program. This is required by the MWRD for us to do. So 4 bids were received on this project of doing 2,600 feet of lining of sanitary sewer. So a low bidder came in at $111,793 from Visisewer, which we've worked with before. So staff recommendation is to approve that with Visisewer for $111,793.
Thanks, Ralph. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Trustee Shaughnessy absent. Trustee Snagowski?
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton?
Yes.
Trustee Forsley? Yes. Trustee Kittredge? Excuse
Yes,
me.
that's okay.
Trustee McClafferty?
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Next, a resolution R-58-26 authorizing elevator upgrade for the police department.
Okay, need a motion, please.
Second.
Okay, motion by trustee Forsley, seconded by trustee McClafferty. Chief?
I'll take this, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, all right.
So the elevator at the police department needs a new elevator door operator. It's one of those cases where they don't make the parts anymore, and we need to upgrade them to make the elevator work. Simple as that. So this is with the Otis elevator for $34,000 for the new elevator door operator at the police department.
And when we say operator, we're referring to
It's a mechanical device. Yes, it's not a person.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to clarify that. Any other questions, comments? All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Shaughnessy is absent. Trustee Snagowski?
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton?
Yes.
Trustee Forsley? Yes. Trustee Kittredge?
Yes.
Trustee McClafferty?
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Next, a resolution R-59-26 authorizing police department roof replacement.
Okay, need a motion, please.
So move.
Second.
All right, motion by trustee Stapleton, seconded by trustee McClafferty. Go ahead,
Take
Ralph.
this as well. So 3 quotes were received for the roof replacement at the police department. That roof is 20 years old. And I'd like to push this through, obviously, so Chief can pick up his 5-gallon buckets all around the place. They've had a lot of leaks over there. So Alder Roofing was the low quote. We've used them before at the Public Works Department. And I know they're working over at River Valley School and Oakwood School. So they're a large roofing company, and we've had a good experience with them. So the low quote was $223,035. So that's what I recommend.
Thanks, Ralph. Any questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Trustee Shaughnessy absent. Trustee Snagowski?
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton?
Yes.
Trustee Forsley? Yes. Trustee Kittredge? And Trustee McClafferty?
Yes.
Okay, motion approved. All right. Thanks, Janet. All right, next up,
Thank you.
Mike, village attorney report. Do you have anything for us?
I have nothing this evening, Mr. Mayor.
All right, George, administrator report.
Just a couple quick items, Mr. Mayor. The village will host an open house public meeting on this Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m. to discuss the realignment of Main Street, Illinois, and Talcott. This is just a proposed realignment, an engineering meeting. Our consultant's going to be conducting and hosting this meeting. There's information on our website and our newsletter, and you can go to lamont.il.us/rail service to learn more information. It's just going to be a public open house forum. You can see some plans. They're just going to be collecting input and information, and then they'll report back at a future committee meeting. This deals with the intersection, traffic improvements, but also rail safety improvements. This is the area across from Turnabout. I'm sure everyone's aware of this intersection. Again, just public information. It'll be open house format, so if you don't make it there at 4, you can come later just to see plans for that intersection input, and then there will be future meetings after this meeting as well. And as we know, the village has been going through engineering, concept, and phase 1, phase 2 engineering for a lot of our intersections. This is just another one. So if you can make it there Thursday, if not, you can also send in written comment and before, but there'll be future meetings as well. So
Got it. And again, the driver of this is safety.
rail
and-
safety and intersection safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and-
Speaking of rail, for all the train enthusiasts, I know, Ralph, you were mentioning, I think the Union Pacific Big Boy train's going to be coming through on Friday morning. That's what we were told by
Right, between 10 and 11,
between 10 and 11 coming in from the east. So if you have a opportunity to come downtown, the Union Pacific is going to be coming on the CN line, correct? Obviously, we don't have UP.
Yeah, right along
We don't
Main
have
Street.
UP, but
Right along Main Street.
but that's an opportunity through town. So
right.
Friday morning between
10 and
10 and
11.
11 coming from the east.
Yes.
Yeah. Either way, you're
The
going to see
big
us.
boy train.
The big boy train.
All right.
And then finally, I had one more. I just wanted to give some kudos to Chief Lococo and his staff in Lima. They did a great job July 3rd, and I know we didn't. We had a lot of weather-related issues. I just heard from the Park District and community. First time, I think, in 20, 24 years, I'm told that we had a rain out for the July 3rd event, but there were a lot of issues. I think there was even power outages at the Park District on July 3rd, but it was unfortunate, but getting people out of the facility, out of the grounds, I think was a challenge, and you guys did a great job. I just heard a lot of good compliments coming to the police department in Lima, and great job. It was unfortunate. Again, can't predict the weather. You try to predict the weather, but you can't. And there was a lot of factors there involved. Some power outages and obviously the weather. Most towns ended up canceling, but I think you did a great job, and I heard a lot of good, positive feedback from just getting people out of there safely. And could have been worse, and but just I heard some good feedback from.
Yeah.
From just
No, absolutely. And Lima and our neighboring towns as well, they're always there with, Will County lets us use their truck. Obviously, having events like that, safety is paramount. So appreciate, Chief, your staff, Lima's staff, as well as our neighbors. We wanted to do it, but in the name of safety, and everything was lock and loaded. That's why, if you stayed up, I think it went off in the morning. I know I saw it, a little bit of it. I think it was near midnight or whatever, but you can't take those things home once they're locked and loaded. Yeah. You just don't. You're not going to be driving around with, hundreds of pounds of fireworks. So, again, appreciate all your work.
That's all I had.
Okay, thank you. All right. Next up, any board reports?
Mayor, I got a couple
Yes,
things.
sir. Go ahead.
I was driving into town the other day and saw our beautiful Lamont sign established in 1836. And as I'm looking at it, it dawned on me for the longest time, we always took pride and identified ourselves as the Village of Faith. And for some reason, it's not there. I don't know why. Don't know when it changed. But for, 150 years, we've always been, that's been our slogan, so to speak, and it's not there. And I would really love, at some point, that maybe we can restore that. I don't know why it changed, as I said earlier, but for some reason it's gone, and I'd love to bring it back. That's the first item. Second item is, I got notice last Wednesday at the car show that a local organization, St. Cyril's, is having a fundraiser raffling off a Corvette. And they brought the Corvette down to the car show, and they got some pushback about selling those raffle tickets at the car show. Now, they did it last year. They go to different towns, and they go there and do not have to pay any type of sponsorship donation. But I understand that they got some pushback, and it's a non-for-profit organization. All the money goes to the kids to help educate the kids and helps the school. And I was hoping that we could do something to help them. I know they have one night that they were given, it's this Wednesday, but I was hoping that maybe we could do something for them and other organizations, non-for-profit organizations, that want to come down and sponsor a car or do something like that, that we can help them out a little bit. I thought it was unfortunate because they go to other towns and there's no pushback, but I know they got some pushback on it, and I was very disappointed. I think it's important for us to, more than anything else, help our own and help the kids, and I'm hoping maybe we can do something to allow them to come to the rest of the car shows without having to pay any type of sponsorship that's down there.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam. Any other comments?
Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead.
This is from George, actually. So, Mr. Dave Wilkes, we've got an announcement for you. We put in for a IDOT TARP grant for improvements at 127th and High Road. It's not back yet, so we don't know if we're going to get it, but I just want to let you know there's been some focus put on trying to do some improvements down there.
Thanks, Rick. Any other comments? All right. So that's board reports. Staff reports. Darshana, Ralph.
I have one.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so our State Street resurfacing project is winding down. You'll see some structures on the parkways, but that'll be all picked up and the striping is completed. We've been telling everybody that the intersection of State and Illinois will be completed, as well as the ramp going down to the VFW and down to New Avenue. And everyone needs to understand that that is going to be done. It's a separate contract. It's with a different contractor. It's going through IDOT. It's their contract. I talked to the contractor today, and they're anticipating the second week of August, and that paving will be done at night. And just because of the truck traffic and the amount of vehicles going through there. So that will be done, and it'll match up right to our project at Cass. So just an update there.
Awesome. Ralph, it looks beautiful right now, State Street. You know, looks awesome, and appreciate everyone's patience, you know, for getting through that. No one likes construction season. Obviously, construction season's not over yet. I know IDOT has to come through. So basically, what Ralph is referring to is basically from the VFW, right, from Main Street
Yes.
up the hill to the
intersection.
To the intersection. And, you know, again, we're hoping to get that done this year. As I said earlier, I'll always take the over, but that is out of our hands. And people need to understand that not a lot, but some of the big main streets, we do not have jurisdiction over. And that's one of them. That curve right there, that is an IDOT project. The State Street project that we just completed is under our jurisdiction. But we go to 127th Street, that's Cook County. We've been working with Cook County trying to get, you know, some dates, put that on the docket. That is not even, I don't even think scheduled right now, but, you know, those are the things that can get, you know, at least from, you know, a local government living in a big county like this, it can get, you know, we don't want to get lost in the shuffle. And again, we always have a good relationship with them, but we continue to work with them. But again, you know, that's probably one of the next bigger projects we have. But that is not going to be a 2026 project.
While you're on that note, Ralph, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe State Street from 127th to Archer goes back to IDOT.
Back to IDOT.
I think our jurisdiction
It goes back to IDOT,
up
yeah.
to 127th
Yeah, good point.
Illinois. So just,
We do the minor maintenance. We
Yeah.
have an agreement with them, but it is their
I mean, if that
responsibility.
were improved or widened or whatever, there's been talk about over the years, that's IDOT.
And just that portion that we just paved from 127th to Cass, that's 4 years in the making. We brought that up 4 years ago, and to you know, accept the funding and get it all that ready, it takes time. And finally, we've got it done, and we'll have the,
Well,
Yeah.
those are motor fuel tax dollars also, so,
and it was Southwest Conference as well.
yeah, that's the stuff that comes off the pump, and the other ones are the things that come out of the general budget, so.
Yeah. And the Illinois Street, again, that is, I mean, we've had, IDOT in person out here, walking with them, you know, at the break of dawn, you know, a couple times. Had several meetings down in Springfield with them when I was down there. So, These things don't happen overnight, unfortunately, and, you know, we're excited to get it done, but that is somewhat of a safety hazard. You'll see waves in there, and we want it done. We've talked, IDOT understands, hey, it needs to be done. They did some drillings, but unfortunately, just in the next year or two, we need to have it at least resurfaced to make it somewhat functional.
Yeah, and IDOT has their own procurement rules they have to follow in order to, IDOT's responsible for that area. In order to get them to do it with their own funds, they have to meet their own procurement rules. So they had to attach that to a unrelated contract, the Archer Avenue project. So that's why it's taking a little bit longer. So we had to get, so we had
Is that right? Is it?
Second week of August, that's
we had to work
Okay.
with them to get very
Okay.
creative on their own
Yep.
schedules. So that's why it's taking a little bit longer, is that they had to attach that stretch of work with the repaving of Archer Avenue. So yeah, just a lot of hoops to jump through just to get a simple stretch of road paved.
In Archer, we were on a call, I think last week, right? That will be redone by 2027. Are they going to try and break ground this year on that?
Our project, the ramp is being done first.
Ours is, yeah.
Is being done first, and then they're moving over to Archer. And
Oh.
that will be done.
Will that happen this year?
Yes.
Okay, so it's basically Archer from Will County all the way down to McCarthy?
I'm not sure of the
Will
scope.
County to Bell Road.
I think it's the whole stretch. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the completion is actually next year.
Yeah.
But that will be,
It starts this year.
that will be a
While we're on
big
this
project.
prolonged topic, I might
Yeah.
as well throw one more
Go ahead.
And no bike lane,
informational
right?
piece in. Ralph, you're well aware of Main Street again from our section, right at Turnabout there is where we end. Going east all the way out to Archer is also IDOT's jurisdiction. So that piece of Main that has been bumpy forever and comes and goes, that thing has been in design for how many years? At least 5 or 6.
Longer than that, 10.
And it's still, probably 3 more years away.
Yep.
Just more governmental bureaucracy.
Throw 131st on there as well, so we're, okay. All right. Chief or Darshana? Go ahead,
Just
Chief.
one thing, Mayor, thank you to everybody that either came out for the charity police fire softball game or donated or sponsored or was just a spectator. We won't discuss the results of that game, but I will say, one, we had a great time. It was great weather. There was a lot of people. It was a packed house, but we did what we kind of set out to do as two departments, and that was raise money for Lamont's own Ellie Strong Foundation. So it was a success in that event.
Chief,
So-
your evaluation is not subject to the result of that game. I just want you to know.
Right.
I just know your staff told me, hey, we're outnumbered 2.5 to 1 in personnel, and they only work 1 out of every 3 days. So I don't know. That's what I heard.
Time for batting, time for batting cages?
I don't know.
All right, I'm just-
Don't take that. We got the fire board members here.
Maybe we could send our guys to spring training next year.
All right. Thanks. Okay. Next up, any unfinished business or new
We have
business?
a second meeting tonight, so we're gonna.
Okay. All right. All right. Next up, audience participation, George.
All right, we're gonna, that time of the evening for audience participation. Jason, you wanna grab or Janet? We'll bring you up based on the, you wanna read them off, Janet? And then
Be happy
we'll
to.
have 3 minutes per person. Again, you wanna read them off, Janet, and then you can only speak
Okay.
once.
Our first audience member, excuse me if I pronounce it wrong, Darius, is it Water?
Yes, but I'm here for the 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh, you are?
Okay.
Yeah, if you signed up and you're here for the second meeting, the committee of the whole meeting where there's 2 agenda items, just state that before coming up, and then we'll skip you for the second one.
Next one is Gail Pfeiffer.
Gail Pfeiffer, come on up. If you could just state your name again for the record, and then please have your comments.
Gail Pfeiffer. Hello, I am speaking tonight to voice my opposition to a gas and wash being constructed at 97th and Lamont Road. Rumor has it that action is beginning on this problem. While I know it is not always wise to listen to rumors, sometimes that's all the taxpayers, residents, and neighbors have. The concerns have not changed. Environmental risk, including private well contamination, noise pollution, light pollution, and wildlife displacement. Safety issues, including proximity to the I-55 southbound exit ramp. Risk of additional accidents at an already dangerous intersection. Proximity to residential subdivision. Please consider all the risks this development and the Village of Lamont would be responsible for before allowing it to go forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail.
Our next resident is Carol Augustina.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm going to repeat what my neighbor has said a little bit. I've been coming to the village board meetings, COW, and the planning and zoning committees meetings, and environmental meetings, excuse me, for almost a year. I heard people don't come to the meetings, so I wanted to be present and see what the meetings were all about. I wanted to also show my dedication to the opposition of the gas station car wash that will be coming into Pleasantdale if it's approved. I've seen the notice that the bank is closing at 97th and Lamont Road the end of July. This is an inevitable environmental disaster, not to mention the traffic and light pollution that this business would cause if it was passed. I have also attended the CITGO meetings. CITGO pollution levels have brought negative media coverage. Adding a gas station to Lamont's green corridor would bring more negative coverage to Lamont. Will Lamont be known as the village that puts safety over profits? We, the neighborhood, want you to hear our voices. Please say no to the gas station, car wash, or truck station if this comes up to review for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
Dave Wilkes.
Dave Wilkes. Thanks, Rick, for the update. Couple concerns. 3rd of July fireworks thing. You guys should have stepped in and shut that thing down ahead of time. Yeah, the chief, they did a good job getting the people in and out. Biggest problem, the new fire station. They closed the sidewalk across there, and there's no sign for anybody to cross the streets. Now, they tore the buildings down, they did dirt work and everything else, and there was not a permit put up yet. They don't have a retention pond, the front floods, the houses and back flood. Your zoning people and committee should step in on this stuff and straighten that out. They close the sidewalk off and you can't get across the street. There's no way, anybody knew, and for the 4th, that was really a joke. And just so you know, Mayor, the first 2 fireworks shows that were at the Park District, me, Mike Ratchin, we put them on. They could have shut it down. All the shells you can take back out. The only thing you can't reuse is the boxes. So that's a little bit of a, not something that you don't know, okay? But EPA meeting, another thing, none of you guys showed for the EPA meeting for CITGO. Yeah, I know you sent a letter in, but you're concerned about the odor alert and all that stuff. Nobody showed for that meeting. That, to me, is a shame that you guys didn't even go there to voice your opinion at that meeting to change the pollution levels. That's all I got.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Next, Tom Crook.
Dave, was anyone from Romeoville there?
Yeah, Dawn was there.
Was the mayor there?
No, the mayor wasn't there. Dawn was there.
Just want to make sure. Remember, it's in Romeoville.
Hi, Tom Crook. moved here about a year ago, and wanted to get involved, seeing some things. I've been here for about a year, came from LaGrange. And some of the things I've noticed, that I'm not sure that there's enforcement on are like parking. I see cars parked out for, 2 weeks at a time on the street, and street sweepers going around them, Seems like we could probably maybe put in some sort of stipulation that says you can't park on the street for more than 7 days at a time, or on Tuesdays, whatever it might be that, the street sweeper might want to get out there. So it's something that I think that could easily be considered. Also, I'm a big walker, walking around the street here. I live just over on Singer, walking down some of these sidewalks. There's a lot of overgrown bushes or trees and such. Wondering if there's any enforcement on that, or anyone's looking at that. It just makes some of these sidewalks impassable, and I have 2 feet I can walk. There's people in my neighborhood that, are in wheelchairs and they can't pass through, a neighbor's overgrown bush onto the sidewalk. It's not right. And then the last thing, I was looking for a train safety enhancement update. I know this is probably albatross, train noise here in the village, and I would just like to see that, some latest news on that, seeing if there's anything being moved along. Again, not to compare you guys, or this place where I live in Alamont to LaGrange, but, we had safety crossings set up where there was no train horns blowing down the track at 2, 3 in the morning. They had the bells going down with the gates and pedestrian safety. It can be done. I know that it sounds like there's a lot of different railroads involved, which is probably a political headache. But I'd like to get involved. If there's anything that I can do, I'm not up here just to complain, making some suggestions, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. It's not easy working for the public. So would like to get involved with any one of those 3 initiatives.
All right, we're going to hold you to it, but no, we really appreciate it. We really do.
Yeah.
And definitely, with our meeting coming up with redesign down by Turnabout, I think they'll probably address some safety issues there. We've talked about, how long have you been?
Since May of last year.
Okay, awesome. So many years we've been talking about the safety of the railroads, and we won't, waste the time right now, but we could sit with you. Yeah, why don't you give, Janet, gentleman, George's card, and we could give you the backdrop on several
That'd be
of
great.
those issues.
Get
yeah.
caught up to speed, and like I said, I'm willing to help. I have some friends in the union or in the railroad. Who knows? Maybe it just takes a couple phone calls to help move some things along. I don't know. I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try.
I'll try. If you can make those phone calls.
Are you religious?
Used to be. It's interesting. The trustee over there's mentioned about town of faith. So
we've talked railroad and railroad safety, and again.
No, I think actually Thursday would be a great day to meet our engineer, railroad engineer.
Thursday.
He's been working
You would
with
be-
the
yeah.
ICC, Canadian National. They've been going back and forth on plans for every intersection.
Oh, nice.
And the challenge, I mean, we'll get into it, but
Yeah.
the challenge is getting feedback from those agencies who ultimately have to approve anything we want to do at those intersections. So that's been going on for years, back and forth, and then we're incurring new costs because of that. We saw one change order in our contract because of that, because they changed their mind on what they want to see. And what's frustrating, one of the things that's frustrating is that really the ICC, Canadian National, they're the ones who should be making these intersections safer, not us. But
Agreed.
we have to step in because no one else is doing it.
And,
Agreed.
Yeah, and Clay and George can give you the backdrop.
Thursday would be a
from
great day, actually,
from
'cause
quiet zones to safety to the several deaths we've had.
Yeah, I read about them. That's tragic, certainly. But I'll look forward to
Appreciate your
getting an
feedback,
update.
and we're going to hold you.
Okay,
to
sounds good.
voluntary.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it.
Laura Rigo?
Hello, Laura Riggle. I'd like to address, I did send everybody an email regarding public comments and moving them to before the votes take place on the business meetings. And I see tonight's agenda that hasn't been accomplished yet. Reason being that becomes an important issue is because this board approved a resolution tonight that had Dave Maher's name on it, and it didn't have the appropriate board member's name on it. So I know when you get to it after the meeting, but the agenda had that in there, and it had the wrong board member's name on it. The public can assist the board and the village staff with issues when things aren't correct by letting them know before you vote. It's amazing how that works. Next issue is IDOT. Interestingly enough, IDOT said with New Avenue that the village of Lamont has to make sure that they don't flood it. So they were quite intrigued with the videos and the pictures that I had on New Avenue, and the 4th it was even worse. So the fact that the village has water coming over it, yes, the village, because the property on the sides of it is the village, and if it's draining onto New Avenue, it's the village that needs to take care of it. The village needs to be responsible for it, and the village shouldn't be allowing it. So I know in the next meeting, we have 2 projects that are involved with that for drainage. It's amazing how that's coming up next in the COW meeting. So the other issue is Sitco. Yes, the Sitco meeting. I attended that too, the public hearing, and the Village of Romeoville, Will County, all had presented paperwork on file that the public saw as a letter given to the Illinois Pollution Board in opposition of that happening with putting more carbon monoxide into the air. But yet we didn't see any for Lamont at all that were presented. It wasn't recorded. The public saw nothing from Lamont whatsoever from the Village of Lamont for that. It was a sad call to actually see that, considering how close Lamont is to it too. So I just want to bring those points forward, and when we go to the next meeting, hopefully, since this is before it, we can take that into consideration that the water coming down the hill over New Avenue is the village's responsibility to keep that from happening. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it, George.
That's it? All right, that
Mayor.
concludes
All
public
right.
comment.
Awesome. Okay. No executive session. And again, like I mentioned earlier, we have a double header, so we have the committee of the whole and after this meeting. So with that being said, need a motion to adjourn our first meeting, which is our village board meeting. Need a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee McClafferty, seconded by trustee Kittredge. Roll call, please.
Kevin Shaughnessy, trustee absent. Trustee Snagowski?
Yes.
Trustee Stapleton?
Yes.
Trustee Forsley?
Yes.
Trustee Kittredge? Trustee McClafferty?
Okay. All right, motion concurred, and we are done with tonight's meeting. Appreciate everyone coming out. Like I said, we're going to take a quick 2 or 3 minute break, and then we will start the committee of the whole meeting. Thank you.
We'll just stay.